Hey ladies, we're now in chapter 10. We're going to be talking about Ichabod's mother this week. And oh, what a story she has. She's her name isn't mentioned in scripture. She's only mentioned briefly, but when you look back at her story, you'll see that she carried many burdens. And uh, to me, she was quite the woman for everything in her life that she had to go through. Uh, just all of the suffering and the burdens that she had to carry. And as a pastor's wife, it's so hard. We tend to isolate ourselves and feel isolated a lot of the times. It's very difficult, I think, for a woman in ministry when their husband's in ministry at some point. But I could relate to Ichabod's mother. She had a father-in-law who was a pastor. Well, my father-in-law is a pastor. I married a pastor, and she married I like to call him a pastor. He's a priest in a temple. And through that, when you read her story, you'll see what kind of burdens she had to carry. And I don't want to give anything away because I want you to really sink into the story, and I really want you to get in touch with her heart and how she might have felt during this time in her life, and really what she may have gone through. And sometimes when we think about Ichabod's mother, who wasn't named in scripture, sometimes when we go through our own burdens and our suffering in life, sometimes it feels like God may have forgotten our name, may have forgotten where we are in life, forgotten about us. And I just can imagine that Ichabod's mother, she may have felt the same way. With everything that she had to carry. And I tell you, ladies, there are going to be many of you who are going to be able to relate to her story and carrying these kind of burdens that she carried. And I just have to wonder if she felt like, who am I? Am I important? Do I matter? Does anyone care about me? And she didn't know that we have a God who cares so much about us, who loves us so much, who says, if you'll just give me those burdens, you see, my yoke is easy and it's light and I can handle this. If you'll just give me those things. And so I want you to just dig into this chapter and really put yourself in her position. And when we come back Friday, I want to talk about what can we do? How can we find this freedom? How can we find hope when we live in a situation like Ichabod's mother? And is there hope? Is there a way out of this? Is it a mess? And I have this big saying that no, this is not a mess. This is not a mess. We have to believe that God works in all things. And though sometimes we don't see it, the big picture, He sees the big picture, we don't. But I promise you, He's still working in all things, and that He loves you so much. He never leaves your side. He's there for you. So we're going to come back on Friday, and I want to give you some encouraging words, and I want to lift you up, and I want to help you stand upon the power of Jesus' name and find that strength that I know will carry you through the situation that you're in right now. So I'll see you in a couple of days. Thanks.